Brodes Media.
Come on, man. Come on. You have to tell me that this is a fucking nightmare, right? Like, I want to wake up from this. Swept by Pittsburgh. The Pirates blow. I've already spent 4 hours on the radio postgame venting. I came home. I sat down right here instantly and said, I need to go another half hour. I can't sleep. You can make the argument that this series was worse than what happened in Queens against the Mets. Do you remember how much I lost my mind thinking about that series? They just got swept by the Pirates. Oh, come on, man. The Pirates. The Pittsburgh Pirates. You can't take this team seriously. And here's what's so upsetting about it all. No shit, they're not good enough. I've watched Rojas and Brandon Marsh play center field for years. Years and years. Do you know how many baseball games that is? I told you in the offseason, Dave Dombrowski did not do enough. Weston Wilson, did you see him trying to dive to his left to make I don't know what, on a SportsCenter top 10 play? He looks like a dope. He looked like an idiot. I mean, there's just no other way to put it. There are screenshots of the ball being 50 feet away. I'm not making that up. I'm not exaggerating and laying out this number that's out of this world. 50 feet away. He's diving in midair. Diving. Here he is. Diving. Stinks, along with Max Kepler. The only people that want him here are the women. Stinks. Can't play. And don't even get me started on doubling down on Alec Boehm being mentally tough enough to handle an offseason where it's nonstop noise, where it's constant drama. Are they going to trade him? Are they not? Are they getting buyers? Are they not? Is Dave Dombrowski playing hardball, or is he getting really limited calls? And there's really no hardball being played. It's just nobody's interested, because why would a team who had to bench Alec Boehm in the playoffs, why would a team go after that? They saw it with their own 2 eyes. They know there's something wrong. As he ends the series off with a double play. I mean, talk about stealing free money. If I could place a bet and say Alec Boehm hits a ground ball right here, I'd be a fucking millionaire. Dave put way too much emphasis on JT as a right-handed bat. JT is what he is. That's a miscalculation by Dave. And I think JT can still help a team win. His bat needs to be 8th. What's he batting? 5th? Without Bryce in the lineup, that makes me sick. Now, truth be told, there's a whole expanded conversation about Bryce and his wrist and where he currently stands, and that's probably tomorrow after we see what happens against the Cubs. And my point, I'm so angry. I'm so mad. I can't even explain. I'm so pissed about losing to the Pirates. I can't even get into the most important part of this team right now, and the most important puzzle piece, which is Bryce's health, because I think this could be severe. His wrist dated back into last year, had all of offseason, and then the second this season began, here's the wrist injury again. It's either he didn't apply the right tactic to the offseason and didn't get work done that needed to be done for whatever reason. And then we could wonder, is that a Bryce problem? Or should the Phillies be saying, yo, screw off and scratch? I'm the one that chooses the decisions. I pay your damn bills. This is what you're going to get done in the offseason. Which one was it? Was it, or clearly it wasn't the latter. I don't even know. My brain doesn't work right now. It's fried. I'm so angry. I'm so pissed. How do you lose to the Pirates that way? Think about this. As much as I want to destroy Dave, because it is an embarrassment to put this franchise in a spot where you tell the fans, like, I'm just saying, like, this is his job as a president, is to be honest. What a shitty job he did. Because he looked at everybody in the face and said, this team could win a championship as is. I made championship caliber moves to the bullpen after losing guys. I brought in Luzardo, and I did this with left field, and we're going to keep it good with center field because they're just going to grow as individual. Holy hell. He thought this team was built to win a championship. We're the furthest we've been since Bryce Harper got here. We haven't been farther than this current spot now. And he's tripling down, doubling down. How? Is it because of the Logan O'Hoppe thing with Brandon Marsh? We gave up X, we acquired Y, so we need to stick with Y? I don't see Howie Roseman do that. I see Howie Roseman look at Bryce Huff and say, you stink. And then he trades him away and does not feel, because I put my cards on the table and really wanted to acquire one person. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Marsh doesn't work. You got boned. I don't know what to tell you, Dave. You lost the deal, and there's no way shoving him in our face and telling us it's a World Series contender is going to change that. It's only going to expose it, and it's exposed it nonstop. He can't make a catch out in center field because he doesn't know how to read a baseball off the bat, and he takes 8,000 steps backwards, and the ball drops right into his feet. Hey, Romano, you're a stiff too, by the way. Even if you did have to deal with some piss poor stuff behind it, you're a stiff as is. I mean, this team is not good. They're not good, and you could have seen that a mile away, and that's what irritates me. More than a mile away. The whole damn other side of the country. You could be in California, and you could go, holy shit, Dave Dombrowski did a terrible job. This is not going to work. Of course it's not going to work. The problem is he really thought it would, and I don't think he was just telling us that. He really thought it would. But I don't want to let the players off the hook, because part of me, when I put all the hatred and the anger towards Dave, I think that lets the players off the hook. Like, there's a difference between being a flawed built team and a team that I don't think is going to win a World Series and a team that gets swept by the Pittsburgh Pirates. There is a middle ground here. If I see Alec Boehm on third base with no outs, and Nick Castellanos, JT, both of them combined, have how much Major League Baseball experience? And Stott, by the way, as well, was up in that inning. No daycare anymore. They have plenty of at-bats to understand. You know what the opposite of winning baseball is? That inning. You can't get him in to score, and you end up losing that game in the next half inning. That's disgusting. Do you realize how much of a joke that is? That's bad. JT, Nick, and Stott together as a trio, as bad as Dave Dombrowski has been. That's a them three problem, which just defines loser baseball. And then when you even think about this team being lifeless and having no pulse and essentially being flatlined every time they show up to the ballpark because Bryce isn't in the lineup, then you're not a championship caliber team. What type of team would be this disastrous after losing number 3 if they really had a chance to win? They should be able to beat the Pirates without Bryce and Kyle. I mean, that's not a joke. I know they're not the Colorado Rockies, and I know they may not be the Chicago White Sox of last year, but they're significantly closer to that than anything competent. No. You want to hear from Rob Thompson after the game? This is what Rob had to say. It's not the best audio in the world, but he was asked about shaking some things up and looking at the lineup potentially, and also about a team meeting. Okay, take a listen.
Lost 9 of 10, a couple sweeps. Does it get to the point where there's team meetings or you address the group or anything like that?
Yeah, we'll see.
Is there anything you can do in the lineup, you think? I mean,
Sure. I mean, we'll see, you know. I've been thinking about some different things. We'll see what happens.
All right, so listen, moving the lineup around and dancing around, while I don't think the Stott thing had as much juice and run as we would prefer, it's not about the way these guys are ordered. This guy hits 4, this guy hits 2. Now, the JT thing, yeah, he's obviously batting too high. But right now, the reason why this team doesn't have any soul is because of the personnel, not the way the personnel is strategized, right? Or the strategy went about putting them together on an order list. That's not what they're not good. And I don't think they care for one another. I do not think they care for one another at all. And the proof is right there when Bryce gets hit. I think that really did annihilate and destroy this team, and I won't shut up about it. I'm probably going to be significantly more annoying than I ever have been about it now that they're getting swept by the Pirates. Swept by the Pirates. They were swept by the Pirates. Wake me up from this nightmare. Swept by the Pirates? The Pirates! In front of their home crowd, essentially, because the amount of Phillies fans that were there, and I took calls from people who took the trip, 5-hour, 6-hour drive to go catch a game at PNC. Dude, they're going, yeah, I'm 5 hours in. I can't believe I spent all this money. My brakes don't even work. They broke on my drive up or my drive out, whoever the hell it is. And we had these tickets already packaged together with our hotel fees. So I just drove without brakes. And I'm going, as much as I respect the hustle and I respect the grind to support your team even through the thin. And this is very, very a part of the thin. This roster is thin. This roster can't win a damn thing. I can't believe it. But Dave said it would. Dave told me it can. How?